Okay, so I just wanted to record a quick one tonight. Seems like schedules are just kind of all over the place. So just a little something to drop in and say hello in my very peachy orange everything match. I went on a walk today, so I still kept in the stuff. I need to go shower. Although I think my boyfriend and I are going to go into the hot tub, which will be nice. It'll be very relaxing because my lower back is a little sore because I was doing heavier deadlifts at the gym yesterday. And so those always kind of tear me up, but I just love them. The way they tear up your hamstrings, they feel so good in a weird way. I'm the person that I enjoy that kind of workout where if you like all you can think about is getting through your set. That's all I can think about. I only have 3 left. I only have 4 left. Like if I have to do reps of 15, I'll count to 5 and then I'll count to another 5 and then I'll count to another 5 because it makes it seem just less daunting. And or if I have like 16, like I count to 10 and then it's 1, 2, just in my head, it's less. Sometimes it's the only way to get through. So I just got out of lab and the first lab, and already, even though I know I took anatomy in summer, which is crazy, and that was a lot, I already feel like physio in longer time is going to be more. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, I will work really hard, but already it just seems like so much. And I've taken these classes before. I actually took them a year ago. I'm sorry, not a year ago. I wish it was a year ago. I took them a decade ago. I took them 10 years ago because I feel like I've been on this journey forever. I didn't really understand, I guess, how to do any of it. And I haven't had much direction. And I let myself get really distracted, which sucks because I could have been a nurse by now. I really could have if I just would have focused. And I know everything is kind of a life lesson, but it's just so frustrating sometimes. So here I am trying to retake these classes or retaking these classes because I need better grades because getting into nursing school is very, very competitive. And especially in California, all of the schools are impacted. So if you try to go to any school in California, because California is one of the best places to go to school, well, not the best, like there's Vanderbilt and Tennessee and stuff, and community college wise, it is very hard. So you basically apply and it'll be for like 2023. So it's a battle, but I'll get there. That's all I can keep doing is these little feet in front of that little hill. And I am finally feeling a little better. It's a week today since I was let go from the company that I used to work at. And, I think my feelings I'm still processing, but I'm feeling a little better. And still just I still can't believe how people function sometimes. So I think that's probably the hardest thing. I just the audacity sometimes of people. Maybe not the audacity. Maybe I just wanted to say that word, but like the callousness, that's what it is. I am very naive in that aspect that I forget people are very callous and they, you know, sometimes they just are rough and I need to get that thick skin on me because without that thick skin, I'm just going to be a little baby. Oh, and I'm getting sick. I just had the vid last month. Now I'm getting a little cold. Just in case, I'm going to go get a test just to make sure. Just swab my nostrils again, but I'm pretty sure it's not that. If it was, I'd cry. No more. So now just still moving forward, baby steps, just trying to breathe and work through all the emotions that were in there. And yeah, tomorrow I have another counseling session, which I believe will go well and be helpful. But you can see I'm just so tired. I didn't sleep well last night, so I have giant bags, but this is also 36. So what happens, you get giant bags. And I know those are gonna only be intensified when I do get into nursing school. Just gonna be bags everywhere. Just all my luggage, just put everything for all my trips. Oh, no trips and traveling. It just sounds dreamy. I can't wait to go on a trip again. I feel like it's been so long. The last time, yeah, I'm ready to go to Georgia. I think in November when it's snowing, that'll be perfect. I do, as much as the cold, I like to visit the cold. I'm not a big fan of living in the cold because being in Tahoe for a week in the snow, you're like, but it's so hard to go to Tahoe right now because the fires, they're burning just all the beautiful mountains and everything. And when I was little, I don't remember ever there being a fire season like this, which is so weird to think of that there's a fire season in California. Like there's hurricane season, there's tornado season, I think. Oh, flyover states, you let me know because I'm not 100% sure. But it's crazy to think that we have fire season here and it just thousands and thousands of acres burn and it's just nonstop. The smoke, you look outside and some days it looks like red dawn, and other days when the wind shifts, you actually are okay out there and it's just a little hazy. But there's some days you walk out and you drive and it's like driving through the worst kind of fog because there's so much smoke and it goes on until October sometimes. So the firefighters are out there, Cal Fire's out there fighting it, but there's only so much they can do. They can make lines, but sometimes the fire jumps the lines. They can do plane drops with water and the fire retardant. And just sometimes I don't know why these have been so intense and it's it's sad. And especially people like have their cabins and their houses out there. I'm really thirsty. So hopefully all California can hope for is rain. That's what we can hope for and we need it. But my God. See, but I always dive downhill. I always dove down. But anyways, I seem to just had a class and took lots of notes and lots of thoughts about, oh man, this could be a lot. A lot of labs, a lot of stuff. It'll be okay though. If I did anatomy in the summer, which was 6 weeks and 30 chapters, I can do this. I passed statistics, and I am not a math person. I mean, I'm not even kidding you. Math has been the subject that just like is horrible. I wish I had a math brain. I have a history brain. I love history. Anything about European history. Okay, let me take that back. European history. Not so much a fan of American history. I think European history is so fascinating with the monarchies and all the castles and everything. Just there's just so much. Ooh, I don't know if my tummy was able to be heard, but made a little noise. But yeah, so history. I took as many history classes as possible. I took so many history classes, it was insane just because I think it's so cool and so fascinating and so interesting. I think in another life I was a history professor. That that would be very cool. Getting your master's and like getting to see all the documents from some 1500, 1300, just everything written out and you're touching a piece of history that people's hands touched 700 years ago and it's kind of mind-blowing. Like I really always want to go into Vatican what do they call it? The Vatican archives? Yeah. Because the stuff they have down there, they have all the letters between Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn. They have so much. I think they have something from Anne Boleyn's execution, I believe. Something. But they have all these documents that, again, only so many hands have touched, but the original people who wrote these, you know, they're it's there, like, their history is in that. And just are being able to see in-depth Hampton Court, what you can't see unless you're a historian, like, going behind the scenes and seeing the documents and the books, I think it's so cool. 'Cause something and I know all over England, they have ruins of castles from, 1200 AD. Is it AD? Yeah. And just all this stuff that you can see. My hairstylist, she goes out there all the time. She's been there probably 5 or 6 times, and she just talks about it going to the countryside, and you just see castles and ruins, and it's just there, and you go into these caves that have been there, and they're full of just, what did she say? I think maybe petroglyphs, or there's just stuff that it's been there since the 1300s, and it's just fascinating stuff. How can you not love history? My hairstylist did tell me she's going to Egypt, which I don't know if she's gonna be able to. She said next year. So maybe by next year, the world will have taken a deep breath and be better. But I think that's another fascinating place, Egypt and the pyramids and the Valley of the King and Queens. That is where everything, all the history lies. But again, if you're not a historian, you don't get to see the cool things and go into the rooms that are still brightly painted. And the only reason why they are survived is because only historians, only one person can go in, and one person can only go in every couple of months because of the strict, um, you know, what is it, the strict regulations to get in. So it's not tourist after tourist after tourist taking pictures and breathing all the carbon dioxide and helping the paint fade. So that is even older, and that the fact that that stuff is still there, oh my gosh, how cool is that? That is literally just history, just pure history on the walls. There's, I think it was from History Timeline. I can't remember. It's on YouTube. And she went into all these different burials, and the paint, again, that's where I saw it, is super bright. And they find the tablets with letters written to the different, like, it was about the queens, the forgotten queens, I believe it's called. And they were just writing from the different tribes to the pharaohs, and see that stuff. Oh my gosh, can't even imagine. Like, oh, you get to see that, and it's just wow. Same thing with seeing letters from, or the ledgers from the 1500s. Like, this was someone's everyday life, and they probably went through everything we went through, and they stressed about, does this person like me? Does that person like me? Do I look okay? Do I fit in? And I think that sometimes, see, that's always the, what is it? Not problem, but thing that we always kind of have always had, like, ever since kind of the beginning. Okay, I won't say the beginning of time, but you know, dressing to match, like the queen. Everybody dressed to match the queen, whatever she was wearing. If it was the long French sleeves, it was like the English hood, the French hood, which were the things they wore on their head. Like Anne Boleyn wore the French hood because it showed a little bit of her hair, which was very scandalous. And she had the long French sleeves. And you came to the English court, they had the one that just covered everything where you couldn't even see, and the very tight sleeves to the wrist. But when Anne Boleyn became queen, that switched because everybody wanted to be in fashion like the queen. So, it's almost like we've always had that. Now we follow celebrities, whatever they want to wear. And, whatever they're reading, we're reading. And just, I feel like that's always been probably the battle, is kind of your sense of identity is kind of always based off of someone else sometimes. Like, you want to kind of emulate that to fit in, to be liked, maybe because you don't know who you are. And I wonder if that changed, because now I think about it, because like as I get older, I just wear what I wear and I like what I like. And when I was younger, though, like I wanted the cool stuff. I wanted people, because I've always had that I want to be one of the cool kids thing. And that's a big thing for me. But I mean, I'll say, like, with clothes, like those baggy jeans are coming back in, those grungy jeans, and I hate them so much. Give me my skinny jeans or bell bottoms. I used to wear bell bottoms. I'm not really sure how I feel about them. I'd have to try them on. But like those are coming back in. If skinny jeans ever came back in, I'd burn them all. I hated skinny jeans, but I still wore them when I was younger because I wanted to fit in, because I wanted to people to like me. That's the struggle. And I feel like that was a struggle back then, even in the 1500s, 1600s, before that, possibly even with the Egyptians, people wanted to emulate the pharaohs. It's just something we're always trying to emulate, and I think I don't know, I think that battle's probably always gonna go on until you either hit a certain age or you just realize when you're younger, I just want to be myself, or you keep doing it and then you struggle because it's always a battle. You know, what is that saying? The Dita Von Teese saying that you could be the juiciest peach, but there's going to be someone out there who does not like peaches. And it's very true. You just have to truly be every part of yourself in every way. Just embrace the weird, embrace the sad, embrace the emotional. And this is something I am working on all the time. There's some days I completely adore myself and think that screw everybody. I don't care what anybody thinks. And then there's days, like I said, like I just want to be one of the cool kids and I want people to like me. And I'm so concerned about why can't I be in this certain group and why don't these people see me like a certain way? And, I'm getting better because I noticed that I can shut off. It's probably not good, but either way, I can kind of like, okay. I just can shut that off and I just have to turn it off. But then there's days where I just get kind of like sad about it still. So it's always just going to be that little battle. But you can end up on top. If you work hard at it, you can end up on top at least 80% of the time. And you can be your juicy little peach and just not care, because that truly not care about people, not people, but like not care what other people think, because someone is always going to judge you. Someone is always going to say there's something wrong with you. And a lot of times when people are attacking us, it's because they're attacking themselves, but they'd rather attack you. And when that happens, they get the satisfaction for a minute of seeing you get sad and down. But in the end, they're the person's inside that's really, really broken. So, so just love your peachy self. That's all. And, you know, just do things that make you happy, because why not? Man, why not? Just be happy. And just, like I got kind of last week I got really down and I was really sad, and now I'm starting to put one foot in front of the other, and it's a very slow little draggy foot, like it's like in a swamp foot, like sucking, when you just get sucked into the mud, the suction. But it's going forward. So that's all I can do. That's all I can control is me. I can't control anybody else around me. I can control me. So yeah. Other than that, I'm going to be taking care of myself because this cold is nope, negative ghostwriter. I swear to God. I don't know why my body's like, you like to be sick again. We're going to give you another cold, but hopefully this one's only 2 days and not 2 weeks. And then I'm going to go hop in the hot tub. I'm going to go put my bathing suit on. Yay! I cannot wait to go warm up my lower back muscles. By the way, if you ever try anything Deep Blue from doTERRA, their lotion they have, you put that on a sore muscle and it feels amazing. That and BioFreeze. That's how old I am. doTERRA and BioFreeze. And my friend one time, because she has back pain, she put CBD cream and then she sprayed BioFreeze. Oh, you want to talk about the orgasmic feeling that is? You feel great. It's the best to do before bed, and then you fall asleep. And with that, my little rambles, just thinking of that, that sounds so nice. I just need some more water and then I already had dinner before lab because lab, so early. I'm gonna say, my short rambles tonight. Hopefully on Thursday, I'll have my other half. She's very busy. She's got lots going on right now. So hopefully once she gets moved in, that'll just cool her little path a little bit and we can have her on some more because I love bouncing everything off of her because she's amazing. And possibly I want to start bringing more people on to just practice questions and talking back and forth and interviews because, might be something fun coming up next year that I need to be practiced for. So, anyways, I hope everyone has a really good night. I'm going to go hop in the hot tub. I'm going to have some more water. Remember, drink water, get lots of rest. Just hug yourself and love yourself. That's all. But have a beautiful night.